first. So Charles Solomon got a layup, but it's wiped off the ledger, and it's still 2-0.
Solomon, one of those guys, and a turnover there, of course, but one of those guys who's really elevated his game from last season. He was a guy who came off the bench, just played sparingly a year ago, but starter obviously this season, and some big minutes, some big points through 2 games for St. Augustine.
Back to live action. Flash Morgan fouled at the top of the key. Very athletic Atlantic City team. A lot of these guys also played on the football team. Morgan and Derry, a lot of hookups there.
Yeah, Morgan too, Division I recruit, just signed with University of Maine.
They inbound the basketball. They get it to Derry, who's kind of a dual threat on the football team. Derry crosses the timeline, gets it to the right wing. Dribble drive all the way, right-hand shot is short, and an offensive foul called on Zaire Montague, who's in the starting lineup tonight. 6:06 to play. First quarter, AC leads the prep. Hargis catches the inbound, leaves it up in transition as Stoll drives to the basket and gets a 2 in the open court. We're knotted at 2 with 2 minutes gone by.
You got to get crafty near the rim, and Travis Stoll was there. You almost have to switch sides with guys like Flash Morgan looming, looking to block that shot, but Stoll able to use the rim as a shield there and finish on the other side.
Morgan leaves it down for Montague, who goes baseline, loses the handle. Vanderslice comes up with it. Here comes Stoll in transition. Now Stoll circles back out. Bounce pass to Vanderslice. Corner shot for Kendrick for 3. Good. Jordan Kendrick for 3, and it's 5-2 Hermits.
St. Augustine doing a great job weathering this early storm here on the road, settling in nicely, and all of a sudden has a 3-point lead.
Bethia loses the handle, but it's run down there by Akins. Akins throws it over to Derry. Crowd going crazy. They wanted a backcourt. 3-ball Montague, too strong, and the rebound is tipped into the hands of Hargis. Leaves it in transition, but it's stolen away. Nope, loses the handle. Solomon's shot is blocked. Stoll running down with the rebound, kicks it out for Vanderslice. His 3-ball is up. He's fouled on the release, and he'll get 3 shots. So a helter-skelter pace there. And the prep will get 3 shots with a 5-2 lead with 3 minutes gone by.
Real heady play there by Cole Vanderslice. A lot of bodies on the floor, a lot of commotion. He got a sense that a defender was trying to close down very quickly from behind. He jacks up the 3, knowing there might be some contact, and it pays off. Gets a chance to go to the line to shoot 3.
So here comes Vanderslice, who's going to pitch at Villanova. And that shot rattles down.
One of those guys too, Mike, obviously a great 2-sport athlete, but in terms of basketball, didn't see a lot of varsity minutes last season. And this year obviously thrust into the starting lineup here. So for St. Augustine, it's how quick can some of those guys sort of catch up to speed.
Montague taking a seat. Rodriguez enters the game. And he hits all 3 from the free throw stripe. 8-2 prep. Half court pressure. 1-2-2 press. Dribbling through, kick out 3. Bethia for 3, and it's too strong, no good. Rebound as Solomon. The outlet pass is tipped by Atlantic City and brought in. They kick it out. Akins thought about a 3. Now the step back 3, and it goes down. He's got all 5, and a 6-point lead is now 3.
Akins receiving some Division I attention, and those are D1 moves right there. Big time step back 3, knocks it down.
Akins defending up on the point. They get it over to Vanderslice. Vanderslice with a right-hand dribble at the top of the key, gives up the dribble. Rodriguez is in his face. Hargis now backs out. 4:14 to play, first quarter. Right wing, Stoll hands it off for Vanderslice, who thought about a 3. They get it to Kendrick. Bounce pass down low. Solomon circles baseline. Kicks it out for Stoll. Stoll, jab steps, now backs it up into the paint. Back to Stoll. Little 2-man game. It's blocked away by Bethia, and in transition come the Vikings. Derry slows the pace down with 3:51 to play. Left wing for Bethia. Derry up top. AC trails 8-5 with the ball. Left-hand dribble, left of the lane. Bounce pass down low. Rodriguez puts up a layup, and it's good.
Good penetration there, obviously, on the drive by Nazim Derry. Really talented and really handling the point for Atlantic City this season.
Ramon Rodriguez, a 6'4 senior, got his first 2 points. A shot goes up for 3. The rebound comes all the way out to Vanderslice. They reset the offense. Kendrick right of the lane. Kendrick all the way. Dribble drive. Good. Boy, Kendrick. He's got 5. They lead at 10-7. Behind the back. Back the other way. Ramon Rodriguez 3. It goes down. 10-10 after the 3. Solomon takes it down to the left block. Vanderslice 3, no good. Rebound, Hargis up and good. He gets the offensive board and his first 2 of the night.
Aikens had a chance to get that rebound. Mike Hargis just went right over the top, ripped it right out of his hand, and finished strong.
12-10, Prep. Alley-oop attempt and not even close, just threw it out of bounds. Aikens, and they'll turn it back over. A couple subs in for the Prep.
Yeah, Gene Allen not happy about that one. Not happy about his team's start tonight. Sort of uncharacteristic turnovers and, early threes by an Atlantic City team who didn't take a lot of threes in that big win over Ewing last weekend, but jacking them up tonight. They've hit a couple, and they've missed a few as well.
Oda is in the game along with Delaney for St. Augustine. Kendrick takes a seat. 12-10, 2:32 left to play here in the first quarter. Prep leads AC. Vanderslice will inbound. Oda will bring it up, and it's stolen away by Aikens, and he gets the layup. So David Aikens just baited Ota and got a steal and a layup. We're all tied. Stole back the other way, and his layup. Boy, he goes strong to the hoop. Back the other way, 14-12, AC with the ball. Rodriguez leaves it off into the corner. Back to Rodriguez on the wing. Long 3 for Derry. In and out, no good. Rebound down to Ota. In transition. 2 minutes to play here in the first. Stoll catches it on the right wing. Hargis snap back to Stoll. Bounce pass over to Vanderslice. And Paul Rodeo wants a timeout with 1:56 to play here in the first quarter. Prep 14, AC 12.
Everybody at Boca Coal-Fired Bistro wishing you a happy holiday season. Stop in after the game for the best coal-fired pizza. Boca at 7805 Ventnor Avenue in Margate provides fully staffed catering. Nothing too big or too small. Boca is 3 restaurants at 1 location. Pizza, dining room, and bar and lounge with live local music on Fridays. Like them on Facebook or visit bocanj.com. Boca has fast, free delivery. Call today at 609-823-FOOD. That's 823-3663.
Game of the Week is produced by Prime Events on 97.3 ESPN, brought to you by Atlantic Care with urgent care centers all over South Jersey. Mike Hill, Mike Frankel here, courtside in Atlantic City, 14-12. The Prep leads the Vikings.
Got to be impressed with the way the Hermits have started this game. You don't know how a team like this is going to come out. Yes, they have a couple guys that have been here before, but also a couple guys that haven't played big roles in a game like this, but very poised, very confident, and a 2-point lead here as we wind down in the first. 1:56
to play in the first quarter. If you're watching the game live on 97.3 ESPN.com, Matt Ulmer is providing that live video for us. Of course, throughout this basketball season, we'll have select games with video. Nice schedule of games this year, leading you all the way up to the Cape Atlantic League Championship, which will begin on a Friday this year, the playoffs. And the title game will be the following Saturday at Stockton. And then, of course, the NJSII playoffs, which both of these teams I'd pretty much be willing to bet will be in them.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Not only in them, but probably pretty high seeds. And, Atlantic City, we mentioned it off the top, but state championship aspirations. And, you talk about Atlantic City, that's every year. But, it sort of applies more this year. They have the talent to get there. And, of course, St. Augustine, almost a staple in that non-public A state championship game year in, year out.
Oda with the ball, right of the lane, bounce pass down low. Hargis gives up the dribble, bounce passes it back out to Oda. Left elbow. Pass down low for Delaney, who gets a layup. Nice dribble drive and a bucket. 16-12.
Oda, really a high-energy guy. He would be starting for a lot of other teams in the league, but, when you have a guy like that coming off the bench who can provide that spark, that's a nice luxury to have.
Good size off the bench. Steps into a 3. Aikens shot's no good. Rebound comes down to Stoll, so 1 and done for AC. Stoll, another energy guy, to the left elbow, leaves it off for Hargis. Hargis has kind of was a complimentary player in the past. He's kind of turned into the guy on this team. It's stolen away from him and back the other way. Derry goes with the layup, and he's fouled en route, and he'll go for the old-fashioned three-pointer and a chance to cut this lead to 1.
Yeah, Derry, great finish and 1 there. And he's a guy who doesn't really get a lot of attention. I mean, we talked about his skills on the football field, and obviously he's seen big minutes since his sophomore season here. But when you have guys like Ray Bethea, David Akins, I mean, maybe he sort of flies under the radar, but a lot of talent there from a guy like that, and a guy who can really change the outcome of a game. And you don't want to call him a complimentary player because he is really a star on this team, but a number of basically stars in the starting lineup for Atlantic City this year.
Akins will come out. Joe Persiano will enter the game for the first time as Derry connects. And back into the game is Jordan Kendrick for Cole Vanderslice on the Prep side of things. 16-15, Prep leads with the ball. And the inbound pass is stolen away. It's got it thrown away, and a layup is good by Derry. So Derry has the last 5 straight points, and AC regains the lead.
Yeah, he can score in bunches. We saw it a lot last year, and obviously on display there, 5 points within about 5 seconds.
Oda, left of the lane. Oda, left-hand dribble, no good. Rebound comes down to Bethea in transition. Derry with the left-hand layup, and it's good. So Derry's got 7 straight. They lead by 3, 19-16. Kendrick into the corner. Oda with a jump shot just inside the three-point line. No good. And Ray Bethea rips down the rebound. Then he comes out in transition. He gets it off for Morgan. Persiano thinks about a 3, and he takes steps. Persiano didn't quite know what he was going to do with the ball when it was thrown to him, and he shuffled the feet.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit nervous there on that catch. He had just come into the game, wasn't quite sure if he was warming up to jack that one up. The Atlantic City bench obviously shouting to shoot that ball. That's what he's in the game for, a good outside shooter, and he's got to let that one fly.
Got a full house here, by the way, on a Saturday night. 13 seconds left to play. One final possession in this first quarter for the Prep. Stoll with 6 seconds. Stared down by Rodriguez. Stoll, step back, down low. Delaney with the ball high over his head. 1 second. Stoll, 3 ball is up, and it's no good at the end of 1. AC 19, the Prep 16 here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coverage of St. Augustine Prep brought to you by Cumberland Dairy, now in its 87th year as a family-owned and operated dairy company. Cumberland Dairy is one of the premier manufacturers of specialty dairy products in the United States. This game is also brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team every week.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more. Start of the second quarter here on 97.3 ESPN. Mike Gill, Mike Frankel back here live at Atlantic City High School. It is the game of the week on 97.3 ESPN, produced by Prime Events, brought to you by Atlantic Care with urgent care centers all over South Jersey. AC 19, Prep 16, back to live action as we start this second quarter. Spin move, left block, too strong. A couple new players in. We'll get you those names in a minute. Stoll up the left sideline. And Stoll is fouled by Persiano. Kai Dixon in the game for Atlantic City. Another big body.
Atlantic City making that run to close out the first quarter, Mike, and they did it with a lot of reserves in for St. Augustine. So that's the challenge, right? Can Paul Rodeo find that good mix of guys to spell his starters, but also maintain that high level of play?
Hargis in the middle of the paint. His shot is too short. And then he's fouled on the offensive putback attempt. They're going to get Ray Bethea, who again comes into this game 26 points away. He has yet to score. He did not score in the first quarter, but AC leads. Good sign.
Yeah, absolutely. And he affects, obviously, a game in so many more ways than the scoring column, but number of rebounds, altering shots on the inside. And, you know, those players we're talking about, Hargis and Bethea, haven't matched up necessarily head-to-head every time down, but certainly a matchup to keep an eye on. Most high-profile player for both teams, a couple guys going D1 next year.
Montague for Persiano. First free throw by Hargis was no good. And the second one goes down, so Hargis has 3. Prep trails by 2. 19-17, 7:34 in the half.
St. Augustine with some pressure here, and it pays off, or almost.
Almost, right, and a layup. AC gets the layup by David Akins. Yeah, they tipped it, but couldn't corral it, and AC basically got a free look because the Prep thought they were going in transition.
The Hermits got exactly what they wanted. They just couldn't grab the basketball.
Kendrick up top for Travis Stoll. Over to Vanderslice between the legs, leaves it back off. Hargis to the basket. Layup and a foul. So Marlon Hargis getting a little bit more active here. He's got 5. It'll go to the line. A nice take there.
Yeah, that's really what St. Augustine needs from Marlon Hargis in this game. I mean, their schedule, they're not going to need him to take over every night, but on the road here against a big-time opponent like Atlantic City, they're going to need him to sort of assert himself in this game. And you mentioned it, sort of a complimentary player a couple of years ago, starter as a sophomore, but really stepped into his own last year as a junior, and obviously the leader of this team as a senior.
6'7", makes the free throw, and Bethea throws one away. It's picked off by Solomon. Solomon gets it off to Hargis, right of the lane. Hargis up and under, left-hand layup, good, and now Hargis all of a sudden has 8 points.
Yeah, you want to talk about starting to take over a game. That's what Marlon Hargis is doing right now.
And the Prep has the lead, 22-21 on a couple of AC turnovers. Akins crosses the timeline, bounce pass over for Derry. Back to Akins, 2-3 zone look here by the Prep. And Akins almost loses it. Now a 3 by Ray Bethea, it's no good. The rebound comes down to Montague. Now Derry. Over to Akins on the left wing. Akins with the left-hand dribble. He pulls up for 3. It's too strong. No good. And the rebound comes down to Charles Solomon. Vanderslice in transition. Thought about a 3 when he caught it. They get it to Stoll, who kind of rolls it over to Hargis. And then Kendrick jacks up a 3. In and out. No good. Rebound Atlantic City. They trail 22-21. Derry goes from left to right and swishes one down. He's got 9. The Vikings lead by 1 with 5:44 to play.
Yeah, Gene Allen likes that a lot better. The Vikings really settling for too many 3-point attempts so far in this game, but that time Nazim Derry able to break his man down off of the dribble, get a nice pull-up shot in the lane.
Ball is on the floor. AC comes up with it. Bethea hands it off. Derry in transition up to Akins. Akins behind his back. He leaves it for Derry. Derry throws it away. Intercepted by Hargis. Back the other way is Stoll. A left-hand layup is blocked. And in transition, Derry throws it out for Akins. Akins in the middle of the lane. And we got whistles and we got a double dribble. Boy, that was an ugly possession there.
Yeah, a lot to unpack there, but you go back to the offensive side of the floor for St. Augustine, and we talked about Ray Bethea not scoring a lot so far tonight, affecting the game in other ways. He basically didn't give Stoll an angle to lay that ball in, so he alters the shot, forces the miss, but Atlantic City turns the ball right back over at the other end.
Flash Morgan into the game, returning, I should say, for Atlantic City, along with Rodriguez. And Solomon now going to get called for kind of pushing off to get some separation.
Yeah, really obvious call there, and easy call to make for the official. You saw that arm extended. You saw the Atlantic City player sort of backstep a little bit, and that's going to get called every time.
Timeout on the floor. Atlantic City 23, St. Augustine 22 with 4:55 left to play here in the half.
Atlanticare Urgent Care Centers are located throughout South Jersey, staffed with board-certified providers, registered nurses, and X-ray technologists. They provide care for non-life-threatening emergencies and illnesses 7 days a week, including holidays, without an appointment or long wait times. X-ray and lab services are right on site. If the unexpected happens, it's the urgent care you know you can trust. For a complete list of hours and locations, visit atlanticare.org/urgent.
4:55 left in the half. You can watch the game live at 97.3 ESPN.com, live video. streaming on the website, or if you're listening to it on the radio. Atlantic City leads 23-22 with the basketball. They move right to left on your radio dial. Aikens double team. He gets it into the front court. Morgan's shot goes up. His head hits the deck extremely hard, and he really grabbed the back of his head. You know, so much with these concussions. I mean, boom, he might be okay. They look like his head hit the deck pretty hard.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. You're right on there. His head really kind of just nailed the court on the way back. Not a dirty play at all. He was challenged inside by Matt Delaney. Both players sort of going straight up, and nothing malicious about it. Just one of those deals where, ooh, scary, but it's good to see Flash Morgan pop right up and head to the line.
Morgan scoreless. Bends, and his shot goes down. 24-22. AC leads with 4:42 left to play here in the half.
Morgan, another one of those guys, Mike, that during his sophomore year, the last time Atlantic City advanced to that state final, he was one of those super sophomores, if you will, playing big minutes off of the bench, and then obviously coming into his own as a junior, and really a guy that Atlantic City leans on inside to both rebound and alter shots this season.
Missed the second one, so it's a 2-point AC lead. Prep with the ball. 4.5 minutes left to play in the half. Kendrick's pass, nearly stolen. Down on the block. They get it back up to Kendrick. Stole, snap pass to Ota. Kendrick on the left wing. The left elbow, Delaney kicks it back out for Kendrick. Uses the screen. Dribble drive to the basket, and his shot is blocked away, but he'll stay with the Prep with 4:07 left to play.
Kendrick, really impressive so far. I know he had a three early on, another nice layup. That time, though, trying to go into the trees, if you will, on the inside. Kendrick a little bit undersized. He's going to have tough going in there in traffic.
Halfway through this second quarter, Kendrick, snap pass up top for Ota. Back to Kendrick on the right wing. At the foul line, Delaney, shovel pass between the circles for Ota. Ota over to Kendrick on the right wing. Now he backs it out.
Trying to get that ball into Hargis, but Derry doing a nice job fronting him down low.
Kendrick over to Stoll. Stoll with the left hand. Over to Hargis. Hargis loses it and runs it down. Gets it into the deep right corner. Now a three ball by Ota, and it goes. And that gives the Prep the lead again, 25-24.
Good looking shot there by Ota, who's a guy really new to the rotation this season, and we mentioned it in the first quarter, that sixth man for St. Augustine, that high energy guy who can also score for you.
Derry gets it to the foul line to Bethea, and the ball kind of gets slapped out of his hand. It goes high up in the air, and the Prep comes down with it. They have a chance to extend this lead with exactly 3 minutes left to play in the half. Ota at the foul line, and we got an offensive foul off the ball. They're going to get Delaney in the post.
Yeah, almost a moving screen situation there, Mike, as Ota was able to turn the corner, and they're going to say Delaney sort of threw his hip out to clear the defender.
25-24. Prep leads AC with the ball. 2:51 left to play in the half. Some pressure by the Hermits. Cross court. Derry in the corner for Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes baseline, and his layup is too strong, and the board comes down to Ota. Nakeem Ota over to Kendrick. Jordan Kendrick with the ball at quarters court. All the way down the middle. He loses the handle, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay. Or no, they're going to give it back to Atlantic City. Solomon back in. Vanderslice back in for the Prep, dressed in blue.
Kendrick, certainly one of the quicker players on the floor, but again, a little bit undersized. It's tough when he gets in there with multiple defenders, able not only to alter his shot, but to put a hand on it that time, a deflection down low, and it goes off of Kendrick out of bounds.
1 point deficit for AC. They have the ball. Kick out, three ball, Aikens, in and out, no good. Rebound comes down by Solomon. Ota, Vanderslice, Delaney, layup.
Yeah, that looked like a Vanderslice fastball down low to the big fella, Delaney.
Quick in transition, the ball never hit the floor. 3 point lead for the Hermits. Under 2 minutes to play. Derry thought about a three. looking at a zone, dribbles into the middle of the zone, almost loses it, then he gets it back, he gives it to Akins. And Gene Allen wants a timeout, and he does not like the way his team is looking at this zone. I mean, they're showing him a zone here, and his team kind of not really knowing what to do there. So 27-24, Prep leads AC with 1:37 left here in the half.
Live coverage of the Atlantic City Vikings brought to you in part by Dino's of Margate, wishing you a happy holiday season. Dino's is open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., serving award-winning subs and pizza. Dino's delivers all over. Call 609-822-6602. Make them part of your holiday entertaining with sub trays and a lot more. Dino's, 8016 Ventnor Avenue in Margate.
27-24, 1:37 left to play. AC trails with the ball after the timeout. Gene Allen wants a quick 30 there.
AC just out of sorts on offense, really. I mean, St. Augustine has shifted into this zone look. Atlantic City, a lot of three-point attempts, not a lot of makes, but I'm sure Gene wants to see them probe that defense a little bit on the inside.
Akins dribbles to the foul line, kicks it out for Derry just inside the three-point stripe, and he gets it to go.
Gene Allen throws his hands up and says that's all we have to do, and it certainly worked on that possession.
And Derry's got double figures with 11. Prep by 1 with the ball. 1:10 to play here in the half. Travis Stoll, Ota, up to Delaney. Delaney catches and gives it right off to Stoll. Stoll with the ball high over his head. Hargis catch and shoot, in and out, no good, rebound. Comes down to Morgan. Akins. And Akins just kind of flings it over to Derry. Derry had to go run it down. Now at the right elbow, his shot rattles in and out, no good, and the rebound comes down to Vanderslice. Vanderslice gets it out to Ota with 40 seconds to play in the half. Into the corner. Stoll thought about a three. Back to Ota. Stoll. Bounce pass back to Ota. Ota's floater off the back iron. Can't get it to fall, and the rebound comes out to Rodriguez with 27 seconds left, and Rodriguez gets it up to Morgan. Morgan up to Derry. Derry all the way to the hoop, kicks it out on the wing, and a three by Morgan. No good. Rebound comes down to Stoll. 15 seconds left, and Stoll kicks it into the corner. Ota, dribble drive all the way, and he loses the handle, and it's off of Ota's leg. It's going to go with AC. 8 seconds to go. And they'll have the ball back. Gene Allen not happy with that shot selection. Here we go. 8 seconds. Bethea loses the handle. Just dribbled it right out of bounds.
Yeah, a lot of misplayed possessions for both teams. Both of these teams getting a chance to maybe hold for one. Atlantic City with a turnover and a miss. St. Augustine with a turnover, and now the Prep with a chance for the final.
And he can't get the layup to fall. I don't know that it would have counted anyway. So the score at halftime: St. Augustine Prep 27, Atlantic City 26 here on 97.3 ESPN as the Vikings walk into the locker room at home.
Huge numbers in the middle. So, I mean, you always want to talk about AC and St. Augustine matching up in that Cal final, and that's been the case the last couple of years, but you certainly have to keep an eye on Wildwood Catholic this season as well.
Back to live action here as the Prep starts the third quarter with the ball, leading 27-26. Vanderslice with a three to start the third, and he gets it to go. That's a deep three from the top of the key.
He's been waiting to jack that one up for a while. He wanted the ball a couple times late in that first half, didn't get it, but paid off there.
Rodriguez fires up a three down the other end. The rebound comes down to Kendrick. Kendrick in transition. Kendrick loses the ball. It's on the floor. There's a scrum for it. Kendrick comes out, but he throws it right into the hands of David Akins. Akins leaves it off for Ray Bethea. Bethea for three. Good. And he did not score in the first half, Mike. And that could be trouble for the Prep.
That has to feel good for Ray Bethea. I mean, obviously, we talked about him affecting the game in other ways, but Atlantic City certainly relies on his scoring as well. And just to see the ball go through the hoop that first time, you had to wait to the second half to see it, but sometimes that does a lot for a player's confidence.
30-29 after the three. Prep with the ball. Kendrick crosses the timeline. Crosses over behind his back. Belt high dribble with the left hand. Over to Vanderslice. Man-to-man defense by the Vikings. Leaves it over for Travis Stoll. Stoll entry pass into the paint. We got a foul beforehand on the floor.
It's been a battle in the post between Derry and Hargis down there. Derry doing a nice job at times in that first half of sort of denying the entry pass, but that time Hargis was able to seal him off on the inside and draw the foul.
30-29, Prep leads with the ball. 6:54 to play in the third. Vanderslice up top. The Hargis. Hargis is really defended here by Derry. Boy, Derry really working him. We got a 5-second call.
That's that pressure, staple, hallmark, whatever you want to call it, that man-to-man pressure defense from Atlantic City, and first 5-second call of the night.
Up top, AC with the ball. They trail by 1. Derry puts the ball on the floor, right in the lane. Derry to the baseline. Leaves it off for Bethea. Bethea with a 2. It gets it to go, but a long 2. And he looks like he's got his stroke going now.
Yeah, and almost the same spot, too. You talked about the confidence that a player can get from seeing that ball go in one time. No hesitation for Bethea jacking up that second shot.
And a steal down the other end. Aiken just stripped it away. And he'll go coast to coast, and he can't get the layup to fall. The rebound is fought for. Morgan comes out with it, and he dribbles all the way from the low block to the top of the key, and AC will reset. They lead at 31-30. Derry over to Ray Bethea. Bethea on the left wing on the Atlantic City emblem on the far sideline. Back up for Derry. Derry to Bethea, and he just throws one up to the front of the rim, and it's no good. Travis Stoll comes down with the rebound. Stoll, coast to coast. His shot is blocked away by Flash Morgan, but they're going to get him for a foul.
Good attack there by Travis Stoll, and he was going up against Flash Morgan, who obviously is a big-time shot blocker on the inside. But Stoll, we talked about how crafty he can be in terms of getting that ball up on the rim. That time he attacks almost right at Flash Morgan, is able to draw the foul and get a chance to go to the line to shoot 2.
Stoll at the line. 4 points. First one's no good.
Stoll, of course, transferred from Holy Spirit before last season. Really started last season as a junior coming off the bench for St. Augustine. But by the time that state championship game rolled around, really well before that, he was not only a starter, but a guy who really scored some big-time points for them. And if you remember that state championship game we called, he was a big part of that comeback effort. Obviously fell a little bit short, but that had to do a lot for his confidence in the St. Augustine uniform heading into his senior year.
Makes the second one. He's got 5 points. And we're all tied at 31. Baseline, Morgan into the middle of the paint for Derry, who lays it in. 13 for Derry. AC by 2, 33-31. Coming up on 5 minutes to play here in the third. Kendrick at the elbow for Solomon. Solomon trying to get some separation. He does. He throws up a shot. It's too strong, and the rebound comes down to Atlantic City. Rodriguez in transition. He gets it to go, and he's fouled. And Rodriguez has 7 off the bench, a chance for 8.
And Rodriguez, too, I'm not sure what the situation was, but a guy who either played sparingly or not at all in Atlantic City's opening game. I don't remember him playing in the second game of the season against Ewing, but tonight playing some major minutes. As you mentioned, 7 big points off of the bench.
He has a chance to give Atlantic City its largest lead of the night. They trailed 8-2 early. The free throw is good. 8 points for Rodriguez. 36-31 they lead. Now they put the pressure on just a little bit. Haven't seen a lot of that Atlantic City pressure tonight. Vanderslice gets it out to Travis Stoll. Hargis, right side for Ota. Ota with a bounce pass off of the hip of Vanderslice. He didn't seem like he was ready for it. And coming down the other end, you had Aiken kind of looking like he was trying to get a little showboaty there, and it wasn't the best showboaty pass.
Yeah, it was a 3-on-1 break, Mike, and it turns out to be a turnover against Atlantic City. So Gene Allen can't believe it. He turns our way looking for something to slam. Thankfully, he doesn't take it out on us, but yeah, just not the way you draw up a 3-on-1 break, and you need those points. You can't give away points like that in a game like this.
Travis Stoll. 4.5 minutes to play. AC with their largest lead of 5, 36-31. Ota, Hargis. Hargis leaves it for Vanderslice. Vanderslice. AC really extending their defense out. Ota leaves it for Stoll. Vanderslice puts it on the floor, dribbles it off of his foot. It goes into the backcourt. He runs it down. Under 4 minutes to play in the third quarter. Stoll up top for Ota. Rodriguez comes in transition, then he slows it down and hands it back off. Derry into the paint, 3-ball for Akins, no good. Rebound is on the ground and we got a walk. Solomon had to go down kind of low to go get that. They called him to shuffle his feet.
Just awkward looking. Charles Solomon not able to get the handle on the rebound up top, and you called it right. Just had to go down low to get it. Wasn't able to collect it and put it on the floor in a good amount of time.
St. Augustine going to call timeout here with 3:28 left to play here in this third quarter. AC 36, Prep 31 on 97.3 ESPN.
You'll like the way they do business at the Thomas H. Heist Insurance Agency. They are coastal insurance specialists with over 35 years experience. Flood, boat, auto, life, health, they offer it all at the Heist Agency with convenient offices located in Ocean City, Margate, Egg Harbor Township, Marmora, and Vineland. Call them at 609-399-0453. You'll also find them online at heistagency.com. Remember, Thomas H. Heist when you need insurance. Shoppies, even better online. You've probably visited their showroom at 1031 Shore Road in Linwood, but at Shoppy.com you can select and design your own trophy or award and order it right there. Shoppies also has a complete line of gifts. Remember, you are not presenting the finest trophy unless you are presenting a Shoppy trophy. Call them at 609-653-1684 for Shoppies since 1921.
36-31, Atlantic City with the lead. Their largest lead of the night, and they have the ball. The inbounds pass, they set up a play. They throw it from the far sideline to the right block, but the lay-in attempt by Morgan is too strong, and the Prep comes down with it. They trail by 5 with the ball. 3:16 left to play in the third. Solomon up top, bounce pass to Kendricks, down low on the block for Stoll. It's too strong, and Morgan comes down with the loose change.
We're seeing a number of Hermit's turnovers, Mike, on back-to-back possessions almost.
And Derry just takes it upon himself in a tough left-handed layup. 7-point lead by Atlantic City. And Hargis with an answer. And a foul.
That's what a senior leader does, Mike. He senses when his team needs him, drives hard to the hoop, flushes it. Chance to go to the line for a 3-point play.
He goes baseline with a tomahawk jam. It'll get to the line. But just when AC seemed to be widening the gap. Huge dunk.
Yeah, the Prep, uncharacteristic turnovers. They did a nice job handling the basketball in the first half, but a lot of turnovers to start the third quarter. Really needed that big energy play, 3-point play there from Hargis.
Hargis has 11. He makes the free throw. They trail by 4. Bethea to Derry. Derry, swing pass to Aiken. Aiken between his legs, behind his back, over for Bethea. Bethea, stepper. Too strong. Rebound, Ota. Stoll spins on the floor. And a shot by Hargis rattles in, goes down, and 13 for Hargis. And just like that, it's a 2-point game again.
Yeah, great poise there by the Hermits when they were down 5, 6, 7 points there, battling right back. Marlon Hargis leading the way.
Aiken splits defenders. Morgan, layup, too strong. Morgan, offensive rebound, too strong. Morgan again gets it to go. So Morgan with just 3, but those were hard-earned. Hargis right back the other way with an answer. No, but he's fouled. And Hargis all of a sudden taking it upon himself to try to put some points on the board. 40-36, AC leads.
You have to love, if you're Paul Rodeo, the tenacity right now to Marlon Hargis. You know, you don't want to say a quiet first half because he put up some points, but he is basically putting the Hermits on his shoulder right now to try and stay in this game, and chance to go to the line for 2 more freebies here.
1:42 to play in the third quarter. First shot is good by Hargis at the line. He's got 14, which leads St. Augustine by far. The next leading scorer is Vanderslice with 6. Second shot, front rim, goes down. 15 points, he's tied for a game high. Jerry and Hargis both have 15 to lead their teams respectively. Steven Fredericks into the game for Atlantic City for the first time. 1:26 to play. Bethia, left hand. Boy, that's a tough shot. And he gets it to fall. He's got 7, all in this quarter.
But those are the kind of points through the first 2 games for Atlantic City that Ray Bethia was picking up.
And the prep just turns it over, and Morgan will flush. Off the inbound, Mike, it was just rolling on the floor, and Morgan picked it up in a 2-hand slam, and he was fouled as well.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we saw Morgan hit the deck hard in that first half, hit his head. He came out as his team was warming up. He had ice on the back of his head. You didn't know what he was going to be like, what they were going to get from him, but I'd say he's feeling just fine after that stuff.
And he'll get a chance to extend this lead. So all of a sudden, Morgan's offense has come to life. Free throw's no good. Kendrick comes down with the board. 1 minute to play in the third. Kevin Foreman into the game for the first time for St. Augustine. Hargis between the circles at the top of the key. Stoll to Kendrick. Back to Hargis on the left wing. 40 seconds. Hargis thinks about the baseline. Now he goes baseline. His shot is blocked away. Fredericks comes up with the rebound. All the way. Strong. Shot is blocked by Stoll. A rebound by Morgan. And the layup is good, and he's fouled. Boy, Stoll pinned the shot up against the backboard, but the ball came right into the hands of Morgan, who has been very opportune tonight.
Call him the garbage man, right? Cleaning up all that garbage in the lane. A couple putbacks there. Gets that loose ball, puts it up, and again, able to convert and draw the foul.
He's got 7, and he's at the line with a chance to give Atlantic City extend its largest lead of the night. They lead by 8. .32 seconds left in the third. Morgan, a little height on that one. 8 points, 47-38. 30 seconds to play in the third. Kendrick down to Delaney. And Delaney gets a layup, and he's fouled on the block. And the Atlantic City defense just kind of ran right past him.
Really a heady play there by Delaney, who I believe is a freshman or a sophomore, but either way, a younger player down low, understanding what was happening around him, gets the defender up in the air, waits at sort of that pregnant pause down low for the defender to come down, puts it up, scores, and draws the foul.
Rodriguez back in for Atlantic City. So Delaney will go to the line here, try to make it a 3-point play. Delaney shot no good. Bethia comes down with the rebound. Transition to Akins. Akins floats one, no good. But the tip back is good by David Akins. He's got double figures now with 11. Back to a 9-point lead. 7 seconds. Kendrick floats one up.
That's a big foul there because that'll send St. Augustine to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Sort of a helter-skelter possession there with the clock winding down, and AC almost bailing out the prep as Jordan Kendrick goes to the line to shoot 1-and-1.
There's a lot of discussion on the AC sideline because Bethia has 4 fouls, and they weren't really alerted to that. So he's wondering how come he wasn't told that there was 4 fouls on his top scoring, top player.
Yeah, we're obviously keeping track of points over here, but tough to keep track of all the stats, but sort of a disconnect right now between the Atlantic City bench and scorekeepers.
The Atlantic City side is saying that Ray had 1 foul at half, and that was his first foul here of the second half. They think he only has 2 fouls, and the scoreboard has him for 4 fouls. Free throw attempt, no good. Rebound comes down to Akins, and Akins is fouled by Delaney, who was just kind of on the floor.
9-point lead though, Mike. Just 2 seconds to go, but certainly Atlantic City has to feel good, whichever way this turns out here at the end of the third, about heading into the fourth quarter with this lead.
Got a 9-point lead. Figueroa, by the way, is in the game. He replaced Ray Bethea, who is sitting on the bench with those 4 fouls now, and they're really trying to figure out where these 4 fouls came from. 49-40 at the end of 3 here on 97.3 ESPN.
We're not keeping track of fouls. I have no idea. Vic Sub Shop, 742 Ohio Avenue in Absecon, offering great quality and friendly service with all sandwiches piled high with their assortment of fresh meats, cheeses, and vegetables, and available for pickup or delivery. Call them at 645-0500. Vic's open 7 days a week until 8 p.m. on weeknights and 9:30 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Vic Sub Shop, Ohio Avenue in Absecon, serving the best and freshest subs in South Jersey for over 70 years. You need a sign? You need Captain Charlie. Captain Charlie uses Blue Water Graphics and Cape Signs to create signs for real estate and other businesses. They do construction site signs and window lettering for your business. They can also provide the lettering for your van, truck, car, or boat. You can reach Blue Water Graphics at 609-823-8891 and Cape Signs at 856-506-0610. Signs, banners, vehicles, windows. They can supply whatever lettering you need at Blue Water Graphics and Cape Signs.
49-40 as we get ready to start the fourth and final quarter here on 97.3 ESPN.
AC obviously in the driver's seat here. Biggest lead of the game. Just have to play smart. Run some offensive sets here. Not a lot of quick threes, as I'm sure what Gene Allen told his group in that huddle between quarters.
Keep in mind, Mike, they're going to have to play at least, you would think, half this fourth quarter without Ray Bethea. He's on the bench right now with what is seemingly a controversial 4 fouls.
Yeah, I'm not sure if our mics picked it up, but Gene Allen coming over to us and asking about the foul situation. Like I mentioned, we don't work with a spotter here, so it's just the 2 of us. We're not keeping track of all the sort of ancillary stats, but like we said, sort of frustration on the sideline there, not knowing that their star player was in such serious foul trouble.
Right, and I'd like to see if the prep book and the AC book match. Doesn't seem that that is a route that anybody has gone yet.
Nope.
And we've got a travel with some pressure defense on the far side of the court.
I'll tell you this, no matter what St. Augustine has in its book for the foul situation for Bethea, I think it's just fine with whatever the scorekeeper has officially in the middle.
A quick extra little slash there, probably.
Yep.
Travis Stoll, a 9-point lead for Atlantic City. Stoll with the ball for the prep. Now he gives it to Hargis. Hargis leaves it off for Kendrick. Kendrick puts the ball on the floor. Kendrick thinks about a 3. Down low for Solomon. Solomon backs his way in, throws up a shot. He'll go to the line. And then you mentioned right at the end of that third quarter was when Atlantic City put the prep to the line, and they will be at the line the entire fourth quarter now.
Yeah, obviously a huge advantage there for St. Augustine. It's been tough sledding tonight for Charles Solomon. We mentioned him off the top, and a junior who's looked really good through 2 games. I think he had a team high 17, 18, 19 points against Millville back on Monday night, but looking for his first point of the game right now. It's been a frustrating night for Solomon.
Solomon has his first free throw. And his second one's no good. So he makes 1 of 2 to make it an 8-point game. Travis Stoll called for a foul.
Foul starting to pile up for St. Augustine as well. In fact, the next one will be a 1-on-1 situation for Atlantic City. So both teams looking at free throws the rest of the way here.
49-41, AC with the ball. 6:50 left to play here in the game. Akins to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a lot of pressure coming, trapping from the Hermits. Trying to cause some turnovers. Morgan to Rodriguez, back up top for David Akins. Akins, dribble drive, floater in the paint and good. So David Akins taking what the prep was giving him, and he's got 13 points.
Very patient possession there from Atlantic City. Very patient indeed, it turns out, with an easy 2 for Akins.
Long 3 for Vanderslice, and you can see Paul Rodier did not love that shot.
Yeah, just sort of early in the possession. Just the opposite of what Atlantic City ran at the other end. Sort of a forced shot there by Vanderslice on the outside.
Morgan. Derry with a little fall away. That one hits off the back of the iron. The front of the rim goes up, and Kendrick comes down with the rebound. And we got a jump ball call, and it's going to be prep ball.
Possession goes back to St. Augustine, but good hustle there by Kai Dixon from Atlantic City off of the bench. Not playing a lot of minutes, but doing all he can certainly on that possession.
5:57 left. You would think in about another 2 minutes they'd go back to Ray here.
Yeah, with that 10-point lead, you certainly, your hand isn't forced if you're Gene Allen. I think if you see St. Augustine cut into it a little bit, or if we get to, like you mentioned, maybe that midway point of the quarter, I think you'll see him either way then.
I have a feeling that Gene Allen will be watching this video, counting fouls up at the end of the night.
I think Gene Allen will probably be able to hear himself on this audio a few times with maybe some words that are questionable deemed by the FCC.
What a save there by Stoll. Goes behind his back to save it to Hargis. Hargis launches up a 3. It's no good. But either way, AC still leads by 10 with the ball. And we're coming up on 5 minutes to play in this game. 5:42 to play. AC 51, Prep 41.
If you're the Hermits, this is, I mean, it's Captain Obvious stuff, but this is the time to make your move without Atlantic City's best player on the court. But not able to get much done right now if you're the Hermits.
Morgan with a nice pass to Dixon. Dixon went up with a shot. He got it blocked. And the Prep comes back. They trail by double digits. Kendrick in the middle of the lane. 3 ball. Stoll. In and out, no good. Rebound is fought for and won by Hargis down to Solomon. And Solomon puts up a shot and it goes down. So Charles Solomon has 3. And it's back to an 8-point game. Prep really off the bench, by the way.
Yeah, Prep really needing that one, and you're right. Bethia getting ready to check right back in front of our table.
Dribble drive, the layup's too strong. The rebound comes down to Hargis. Back to Stoll, Stoll with a layup. 7 points for Stoll, 51-45, and a timeout taken by the Vikings with 4:51 left to play here in the game. AC 51, the Prep 45.
Everybody at Boca Coal-Fired Bistro wishing you a happy holiday season. Stop in after the game for the best coal-fired pizza. Boca at 7805 Ventnor Avenue in Margate provides fully staffed catering. Nothing too big or too small. Boca is 3 restaurants at 1 location. Pizza, dining room, and bar and lounge with live local music on Fridays. Like them on Facebook or visit bocanj.com. Boca has fast, free delivery. Call today at 609-823-FOOD. That's 823-3663. Coverage of St. Augustine Prep brought to you by Cumberland Dairy, now in its 87th year as a family-owned and operated dairy company. Cumberland Dairy, one of the premier manufacturers of specialty dairy products in the United States. This game also brought to you with the best wishes of everyone at Calvi Electric in Atlantic City, who encourage you to get out and support your favorite high school team every week.
51-45, AC in the lead. Ray Bethia back in the game. He's got those 4 fouls. That will certainly be a storyline in this one if Atlantic City were to lose this game. If they win, all will be forgotten, I'm sure. Although I have a feeling that someone will go back and count those fouls up.
All will be forgotten, but will all be forgiven is my question. It's been a little bit heated, to say the least, over here. But, yeah, we mentioned when Bethia would come back in, all it took was 2 points from the Prep, and he was up off of the bench.
Derry steps into a shot, front rim, no good. Rebound, Hargis. Hargis in transition, back the other way. Stoll, top of the key for Kendrick between the circles. We're coming up at the halfway point of this 4th quarter. Kendrick swings it over to Hargis. Hargis back to Kendrick. Kendrick has a little opening. He leaves a lob pass for Hargis, and too strong, and the rebound comes down to Atlantic City. The play was set up nice, but not executed.
Yeah, all about execution there, and as you mentioned, just the pass a little bit too strong. Hargis obviously very athletic, but even that pass is a little too strong for him to corral and put back up.
Bethia is getting double teamed here, and goes to Rodriguez, so he goes from the near sideline all the way to the far sideline. Rodriguez throws it into the corner for Derry. Derry with a bounce pass back to Bethia. Bethia kicks it back out as they're using some clock here. Very reminiscent of what the prep will do to you sometimes. Double team, Rodriguez in the paint. He fires a pass to Morgan. Morgan gets it poked from the backside, but a foul is called. And Paul Rodeo.
Yeah, really wanting a traveling violation there as Atlantic City was sort of playing with fire, running that, I guess you call it a four-corner set, giving the guy up top the opportunity to break his man down off of the dribble, and it turned into really a 3-on-1 in the lane, and Atlantic City unable to finish, but Rodeo wanting to travel, a lot going on there. A lot going on.
The call was a foul. He said it was a travel, and when the official gave him an answer, he responded with, "You don't even believe that." We got to mic these guys up one time. Maybe not for air, but
again, you want to talk about FCC violations, but you know, the tie watch we forgot, Mike. The tie watch, we should have noted that in the first quarter, Paul Rodeo lost his tie in this game, which is always a pretty good measuring stick in terms of the intensity of the game. Yeah, and frustration.
Morgan makes the first free throw. He's got 9 points, looking for double digits here if he can make the second, which would kick this lead back up to 8. And that one rattles in and out. No good. Rebound, Charles Solomon. Solomon in transition. Over to Hargis. Hargis dribbles to the right of the lane. Kicks it back out. Kendrick for a long three and gets that to go. So Kendrick has a couple of threes tonight. He hasn't shot one in a while. He's got 8.
And we got a ball game all of a sudden. 4-point game here with just over 3 to go.
Bethia splits defenders. Kick out for 3. Rodriguez too strong. The rebound, Derry. Derry with a layup. It's good. Derry's got 17 to lead the way for Atlantic City. They lead 54-48.
And that's, I think, what Atlantic City still has to do, Mike. I mean, forget slowing the game down. It's a close ball game right now. If the points are there, if the attack is there to be taken, you got to go for it.
Oda at the top of the key. Over to Travis Stoll. Stoll on the right wing. Up to Oda. Kendrick. Jab step. Kendrick behind his back at the left elbow. Gives up the dribble, and now he throws a pass to the right sideline. Hargis at the top of the key. Down low. And in for 2 is Charles Solomon. He gets it to go, and a timeout taken by the Hermits with 2:32 left to play. AC 54, St. Augustine 50 on 97.3 ESPN.
Atlanticare Urgent Care Centers located throughout South Jersey, staffed with board-certified providers, registered nurses, and X-ray technologists. They provide care for non-life-threatening emergencies and illnesses 7 days a week, including holidays, without an appointment or long wait times. X-ray and lab services are right on site. If the unexpected happens, it's the urgent care you know you can trust. For a complete list of hours and locations, visit atlanticare.org/urgent. Live coverage of the Atlantic City Vikings brought to you in part by Dino's of Margate, wishing you a happy holiday season. Dino's is open 7 days a week from 9 a.m. until 10 p.m., serving award-winning subs and pizza. Dino's delivers all over. Call 609-822-6602. Make them part of your holiday entertaining with sub trays and a lot more. Dino's, 8016 Ventnor Avenue in Margate.
54-50. AC leads. They have the ball. With 2:32 left to play.
Huge 3 there by Kendrick, who had been quiet since early in that first quarter, and now a steal by the prep.
Oh, and they turn it right back over. Derry steps in. And a block by Solomon, but looks like they're going to get a foul call. Boy, that looked like he had some ball there.
Flash Morgan maybe in between a layup and a dunk, and Solomon came flying in, did get some ball, but I think also got some body down low.
So Morgan will go to the line. Morgan's had a nice second half here. He's got 9 points. A lot of them have been hustle points.
He's a guy too, Mike. I mean, on a lot of other teams, he could probably get 20 a night. Atlantic City doesn't necessarily need that, but, you know, he rebounds with maybe the best of anyone in the Cal in South Jersey. He obviously blocks a lot of shots. So, you know, if he's going to give you 10, 12 rebounds and 10, 12 points, you're going to take that from Flash Morgan.
Vanderslice back in. Morgan missed the first. Trying to extend the lead to 5 here, and he does. He's got double figures, and he gives Atlantic City a 5-point lead. Coming up on 2 minutes to play. Kendrick to Hargis. Hargis with his 15 points leads the prep. Hargis left in the lane. Hargis with the layup, and he is fouled by Rodriguez. And that will be the 10th team foul, I believe, which would put them in the double bonus.
Hargis going the opposite way of the screen there, almost lulling the Vikings to sleep a little bit, expecting him to go and use his screen to his right. Instead, he turns around to his left, contact by the rim, and he shoots 2.
Missed the front end.
Ramon!
55-50, 2:09 to play. AC leads St. Augustine. We'll have the NFL coming up at the top of the hour. Second shot is good. So Hargis has 16, which leads the team. Pressure by St. Augustine. Bethea gets it up. Morgan, Derry, Rodriguez, layup good. Perfectly done. 10 points for Rodriguez off the bench. Under 2 minutes to play in a 6-point game. Hargis to Stoll. Back to Hargis. Hargis to the elbow. Kick out to Kendrick, who thought about a 3. Now a 3 is up, no good. Solomon gets the offensive board, and he walked.
That's twice now here in this fourth quarter that Solomon, you know, he does the hard part, right? He goes up and he gets the rebound, but then whatever happens when he goes to put the ball down on the deck, sort of loses the handle and then ends up traveling with the basketball. That time maybe even hitting the shoe of an Atlantic City player, which is what I think Paul Rodeo is trying to argue for right now, although obviously unsuccessfully.
And Mike, we know what's at stake here for St. Augustine. They haven't lost a league game in 58 tries. They've beaten Atlantic City 6 times in that streak.
You're talking about an incredible run, though, from St. Augustine. Not to take anything away from this team. This is a very talented team, but you're talking about, you know, Saeed Nelson leading the way on those teams and guys like Justin Mutz. You know, those teams had multiple Division I players, and who knows, when all is said and done, maybe this team will have that as well. But certainly been an incredible run, and Atlantic City is tired of hearing about those streaks, Mike, to be honest. They're ready to put that to bed tonight.
They lead it by 6 with 1:34 left and the ball. Bethea crosses the timeline. Bethea leaves it off for Rodriguez, and Rodriguez shot too strong, but Bethea gets the rebound and put back. He has just 9 points, but some big ones. Ota all the way, and Bethea has to get out of the way. So the layup by Ota is good.
And technical foul called, it looks like.
The technical foul was going to be called on Ota, who made the bucket there, and then was called for the technical.
Yeah, tough to see. We were a little blocked out here. I didn't see exactly what happened after the made bucket, but
this is still a game here.
Yeah, certainly a huge turn of events to give free throws to AC, and Bethea connects on the first.
Yeah, I mean, you have a 2-possession game with 1:17 left. And the way it feels in this place is if this one's over. Bethea hits both. That technical doesn't help.
I don't think it was a taunt or anything like that. Tough to see. We'll have to go back, and I'm sure Matt Ulmer showing the replay on the live stream right now, or at least he did, but big turn of events there as Atlantic City gets those 2 free ones and possession right back. You're right, turns a 2-possession game into now a 3-possession game, maybe more.
Yeah, Bethea catches Akins, and he's fouled. So now the prep's going to have to start fouling away as many people hitting the exits here.
Still a lot of time left, though, over a minute. You never know with these 2 teams, but AC certainly in the driver's seat right now.
And keep in mind, Bethia has those 4 fouls, so if they take the ball to the basket on him, he seemingly is just getting out of the way. Akins has 13, and he misses the front end. It's an ominous feeling here, as if AC has wrapped this game up.
It's certainly looking good for the Vikings, but not over yet.
Second one is good. So Akins has 14. Stoll off the inbounds. Stoll all the way to the basket and a layup. So Travis Stoll has 9, and the Prep calls timeout. We still have 1:02 to play. 62-55. AC leads the Prep on 97.3 ESPN.
Interstate Batteries of Egg Harbor Township been providing South Jersey with outrageous dependability for over 30 years with over 1 million battery sales. They not only have a battery for your car, but for your boat, RV, motorcycle, ATV, truck, golf cart, or power chair. Interstate Batteries, America's #1 replacement battery, is located at 6064 Riga Avenue, Egg Harbor Township. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday 9 to 2. If you need a battery, you'll find it at Interstate Batteries. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
So out of the timeout. Prep just really calling timeout just to preserve some clock here, not going over all that much. They're back out on the floor already. 62-55, AC leads the Prep with 1:02 left to play in the game. Ray Bethia will inbound the basketball with pressure from it, St. Augustine. And a lot of people hitting the exits here.
Yeah, but not walking out the door, right? They got up out of their seat, and now they're thinking twice about it. They're sort of congregating in the corners right now.
Jerry inbounds, and they're going to foul Ray Bethia. So Foreman, who checked into the game, he'll get called for the foul. And Ray Bethia will head to the line. You know, if Atlantic City is to hold on, you look back at this game and say, we won the game, and Ray only had so far 11.
Nazim Derry, obviously huge for Atlantic City tonight. He picked up, 7 points in the span of less than a minute at that one point in the first half, and a couple big buckets in the second half. You can point back at that third quarter and Flash Morgan, those garbage points, but those huge garbage points down low and high energy plays, including the dunk.
Vanderslice, 3, in and out, no good. Solomon with the rebound, put back, no good. Rebound, tipped out, and it is run down by Vanderslice with 45 seconds. Vanderslice loses the handle, and Derry comes down with it with 40 seconds to go. A 9-point lead, and it looks like Atlantic City is, in fact, going to snap this Prep winning streak. 30 seconds left to play.
Yeah, Morgan, tip your hat, excuse me, Mike, to St. Augustine, but every streak has to come to an end, and this is an Atlantic City team that certainly looks like it means business this year.
64-55. AC will advance to 3-0 on this young season, and the Prep will fall to 2-1. And it is over here in Atlantic City. The Vikings have ended the Hermits' 58-game league win streak and have snapped a 6-game losing streak to the Hermits in the process right here on 97.3 ESPN.
And the first of 2 regular season matchups between these teams, Mike, and you never know. Certainly it has the look of maybe a Cape Atlantic League Championship Saturday matchup between these 2 teams. Again, certainly, as we talked about briefly, Wildwood Catholic, some other squads in the league will have something to say, but this isn't the last time these teams will face each other, and if it was anything like tonight, certainly a good back and forth game. I know a lot of fans around South Jersey looking forward to those future matchups as well.
So AC advances with a nice victory here over St. Augustine in the early portion of the schedule. And of course, these 2 teams, as Mike said, shall be around sometime in February when we have the playoffs. Gene Allen's going to join us real fast here for a couple of quick comments. And 58 straight games they won in the league. They beat you 6 straight times, and that's finally over. It must feel pretty good.
No, to be honest, they have a lot to they'll get better. So I thought we could possibly get this one, and then I thought that over that place would be a lot tougher.
It's early in the season, just the third game. So what do you see from your guys? You're probably going to tell me you have a lot to work on, but you're not going to see a lot of teams in league. They're going to give you a challenge like this tonight. So what do you want to work on after this one?
Well, I didn't think we were poised at critical times in the game, and I think we did not, without giving away too much. Our ball reversal was horrible.
You going to watch this tape to find out how many fouls Ray had? Or is it forgotten?
No comment. No.
Obviously, you got a team here with a lot of upperclassmen, and the expectations are pretty high. To get a win like this, even early in the season, it is, even if you don't think you played your best, it says a lot about your team.
No, I think it's a quality win. Anytime you can beat a program of this magnitude, it says a lot, and like you said, we haven't beaten them in the last six times, so we're very excited about the win, and we'll build upon this. That's what we're trying to do.
Well, congratulations, Coach. We'll let you wipe your head off.
All right. Bye-bye.
Soaking wet G now and there with the 64-55 win, as he said he's happy, but and like most coaches, we could do better. But they beat probably one of the best teams they're going to see the rest of the year. I mean, the league is going to be most likely those two teams at the end again.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a monkey off the back, right? Atlantic City has not beaten St. Augustine for 6 straight times, and St. Augustine has not lost within the league.
Packers taking on the Vikings, and a Vikings loss would mean the Eagles clinch home field advantage. A lot of basketball. The Christmas tournaments are all happening, and then league play right after the first of the year, and we'll have all the action of the key basketball games this season on 97.3 ESPN. 64-55, AC beats the Prep tonight here on 97.3 ESPN. Great basketball game. Good night, everybody, and Merry Christmas.